Hey guys, what's up? This is Jose with Dudama Gaming, just checking in with you guys and showing you a quick video redoing the characters that I did before for the Street Fighter V Future DLC, the first 6 that were rumored and now officially confirmed. We're going to be getting Alex, Guile, Balrog, Ibuki, Juri, and Urien, which is completely awesome. They showed off a new trailer for Street Fighter V at PlayStation Experience, which, you know, the whole experience as everything as a whole was pretty much a mech type thing. I was excited for the Street Fighter V. You know, Final Fantasy VII looked pretty good, and I honestly laughed a little bit. I laughed a little bit too hard at a 100-foot tall robot golf. You know, just seeing giant robots beating the crap out of each other with a golf club it warrants me enough interest to look at the game. But specifically, what I really liked that they showed off was the new trailer depicting the last newcomer and the last character slot for the initial disc, or at least what we know for sure, is Fong. I mean, you think it says Fang, but it's actually Fong. F.A.N.G. I'm not sure what the individual letters actually stand for, but the character has been fully revealed, originally being called Fan through the leaks, you know, the first 3 letters of his name. He looks different, even by Street Fighter standards. You know, he looks kind of odd. He reminds me of Shenko. I can never pronounce her name right, from Darkstalkers, and visually and just movement wise he looks reminiscent of that character. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something that maybe links them together, or you know, they have some sort of relationship. I don't know, maybe it might be Capcom's subtle hint at a new Darkstalkers game, which would be awesome. I'd love to see some more Darkstalkers. But he also reminded me of that one Mulan character from the movie, the one with the little pad, you know, critiquing, you know, the general's son's, you know, army, and you know, he just looked like him, you know, with the little goatee and the weird movements. I don't know, that's what I instantly thought about. Besides that, I wasn't really too impressed with the character. He looked cool, he looks fun, but I still prefer, right now I'm more of like Necalli is probably my favorite of the new batch, probably followed by Rashid. Laura looks kind of meh, you know, I don't know, she feels kind of unnecessarily filler, I'm not sure. And then Fong, you know, he's still a wild card though. He's still unique, and I want to see more about him. I know there's some videos online that you could probably find, you know, where they actually break him down. So I'm gonna definitely check that out as well. They also revealed the 6 characters, who they actually are. So we actually got to find out which silhouette is which, and you know, confirmed obviously the data leak, and we found out that I was 4 out of 6, a little under 70% correct on which characters are which. I couldn't believe I actually guessed right on the Juri. You know, the Juri was the, if you guys watched the video before, was the most difficult one to figure out which one was which. But I was correct on most of my assumptions. One of the problems initially that I saw was Alex was in the far left and Urien is in the far right. I had them switched around, and one of the reasons for that was because Urien, all the way on the right, I didn't think would fit, because the actual character model, what I saw, looked as if he had clothes on, and I'll talk a little about that later. But and then the character on the left, there's apparently some sort of flap or something coming out from under, which you know, I'm assuming is the overalls of Alex, and that is coming up, you know, through the action movement, whatever you want to call it. It was actually covered by the Street Fighter V logo, so what you saw was basically what implied to be his thigh. So that was one of the reasons why I got confused on the two. If I would have known there was something coming up, you know, from there, keep your private thoughts to yourself. If I would have seen that, you know, if the logo wasn't covering up, then I would have maybe thought that one was Alex and Urien for the far right. But what makes that interesting is that means Urien might actually have some clothes on. I'm not sure if you guys realize this. If you look at it, you know, if you know who Urien is, you know, he's tall, he's tan, he basically wears a loincloth, and that is it. That's all he wears. But of what I see for the shadow, and I know a lot of these shadow characters are probably exaggerated in some ways, just so to throw you off a little bit, so you don't know who is who. But if you look at his silhouette to the far right, he actually looks like he has pants on of some kind. And I was kind of confused because some of the angles of the shadows look like inorganic, which is one of the reasons I thought it was Alex, because he has pants, you know, he has like a shirt. And I realized at one point that Orion does come into certain intros wearing a suit, and he burns it off. So I'm actually kind of interested to know if Orion actually has a suit on this time around. Can you actually pick a costume where he's actually clothed, you know, which I would be extremely disappointed in. I don't like it when they change the characters too much like that, and since Orion has always been primarily, you know, a much more fleshed out character. I'm sorry, I'm so punny. Since he's been such a fleshed out character, you know, I feel like covering up entirely in a suit would be kind of, I wouldn't like it. But yeah, I just wanted to get back and just run through the characters again and see if I guessed correctly, and I was pretty close. Let me know what you guys think. You know, do you think Orion's gonna be clothed this time around? Also, Capcom did reveal that they're going to come out with the Season Pass. I believe it's $30. You get all the characters with the extra costumes, or premium costumes, I guess is what they like to call it. You can still get all this stuff with fight money, though. Obviously, you got to work for it, but it's going to be interesting to see what the prices are for the characters and the costumes and everything, you know, versus how much it'll just be just for buying it in cash. You know, how many wins you have to pull off online to get a single character. They did reveal that, and they also confirmed, you know, there will be 6 more characters later on down the road past these initial 6, which is gonna be awesome. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think below. You know, please like, comment, subscribe, all that, and hopefully I'll have more for you guys later. Also, the next beta will be coming out sometime towards the end of December, which will be the last beta before the game will be released in February. So thank you guys, hope you guys like this. My name is Jose, have a good one.